So there are two programs that we are going to need before we get started doing anything. And I have both of them pulled up already. The first one is called WinRAR. You are going to need this to be able to take apart or unzip zip files. So you're going to, when you Google it, you're going to come up to this page here. You want to hit download. Never buy it. I've been using it since like 2008. Never bought it once in my life. Hit download free trial. That's going to pop up here. You're going to hit save. And then you're going to go here or pull up File Manager, go to your downloads. Scratch that. It's saved to your local disk. I'm a silly boy. Double click there. It's going to do one of this to make changes. Hit yes. Hit install. Leave all this. Hit OK. And then hit done. And you're done with that. It will create a thumbnail out here for you. I already had it installed, so we'll just get rid of that. Come back out here. So that's done. Next, we want Mod Organizer 2. When you Google it, you're going to get a couple options. The one you want is the one from GitHub. So we're going to click this here. You will see version 2.5.1 RCT or RC2. Depending on when you watch this, there might be a newer version. Just, check the dates. Anyway, for whichever, if this one or a different one is there, you're going to come down here to assets. What you want is the execution file. So right here, mod organizer 2.5.1 rc2.exe. That means executable. So we're going to click that. Going to hit save just like we did with win, and then show in folder. I already had it, so we'll just do it again. Hit yes. I accept the agreement. Hit next. Unless you have a very particular place that you want to put this, just leave this as it is. Leave that. Leave that. I already have a shortcut, but while you're installing it, create a new desktop shortcut. And you're done. It will open up on its own once it's done extracting everything. Then we're going to hit finish. Close that. And now we're here. Minimize this for now. We'll come back to it later. So, when it comes to modding Stardew, there is a particular mod that we are going to need. You can find it on Nexus, or you can find it on GitHub. I'm doing the Nexus one. It's called SM API, or Stardew Modding API. You're going to start here on description. A note, anytime you are checking mods for anything, always check when they were last updated. Always check the description to see if there's anything particular you need to do. And I always like to check comments, because these red outlined posts here are sticky posts. These sometimes have very important information that you need sometimes. And, comments. If you ever run into a problem, always check comments. Might be someone else out there with the same issue. So, what we're going to do is you're going to come over here to Files, and you're going to hit Manual Download. You're going to hit Slow Download because we don't use Premium. And the download is starting. Once that is done, you're going to click up here. It is going to take you to your downloads folder. And we have SM API. Now, double click this. You'll notice like all your downloads for your mods and everything else have the WinRAR symbol on them now. So whenever you double click them, WinRAR should open. Now, pretty much every time you're going to open Win, you're going to get something like this. Just hit X. Doesn't make a difference. So minimize that for now. Go to your home screen. What you're going to do is create a folder. I made one and named it Stardew Bullshit. Now, for me testing this earlier, I already had a bunch of stuff in there. So we're going to delete this, and we're just going to make it empty for right now. So empty folder on your desktop, name it whatever you want. open the WinRAR tab that you opened when you double-clicked your mod from your downloads folder. You're going to come to this. Double-click SMAPI 4.0.8 installer, and then you're going to highlight everything except for the double dots up here because it's not necessary. These are always going to be here no matter what you are looking at. There's nothing there. I'm honestly not sure what what it even is, but just don't bother including it. So you're going to hit the extract to button up here, and it's going to take you to extraction path and options. This here is your desktop. You are going to find your folder that I had you make. Mine is named Stardew Bullshit. So we're going to hit OK. That put all of these in here now. Now, being that you're using Windows, probably, this is what we're going to click. Mac and Linux is some other complicated shit, so we're not going to worry about that. Also, just for note, anytime you download a mod and there's a README file in there, it's always worth it checking in there to, again, make sure if there's anything specific you have to do. But for right now, we're not going to worry about that. So this here is a batch file. You're going to hit install, double click install on Windows. You're going to get this. And this menu is going to pop up. Where do you want to add or remove SM API? I assume you have this game through Steam. So you're going to hit 1 and then enter. What do you want to do? You want to install SM API, or if you don't want it on your computer anymore, you're going to follow all the same steps we just did and hit 2 instead. So hit 1 since we are installing. And then it's done. So what we're going to do now is go on Nexus and just pull up a random mod. I pulled up this mod here because it's simple and it'll be very quick and easy to see if it worked. So you're going to manual download just like you did before. We already have SM API, so anytime you see this pop up when downloading a mod for Stardew, you don't need to worry about it. So just continue on with hitting download. Then you're going to hit slow download again. And it's done. Now, you're going to pull up Mod Organizer 2. So, very important piece of information I forgot to include that I noticed as I was cutting down this footage a little bit is what is going to pop up when you first open Mod Organizer 2. Because it's not going to be this. What's going to pop up when you first open this is going to be this menu, creating a new instance. You're going to hit next, click global instance, and then pick Stardew Valley, hit next, and then complete it from there. And that's it. Just, forgot a important ass step, afterwards. Anyway, back to the main shit. Now you're going to come to this window here when you open it. A couple things I want to point out. Over here on the right, you have this right here. It says pick a program to run. You'll notice when you hit this, you have Stardew Valley and SM API. This is because SM API is technically a different version of Stardew. It's a version, it's technically a mod manager from what I understand, an in-game mod manager. So anytime you are wanting to play with mods, make sure you have SM API selected if it is not already selected for you. So now, how do we get mods in here? What you want to do is come up to here to install a new mod from an archive. Right here, you will see generic mod config, the mod we just downloaded. You're going to click that. You're going to hit open. You're going to see this. You're going to hit OK. You're going to click the check to mean that it's active. It'll say up here you have one active mod, and we'll even show you some other things in there if you have a bunch of stuff in here. And now what we can do is hit run and see what happens. So, start Steam if you don't have it running already. Yeah. So SM API is going to pull up this menu here, and you're going to see that it is, well, basically it was showing you what mods were active, how many there were, and you know that's working at least. All right, now you'll see that we have a new cog down here. Oh, look at that. Configure mods, generic mod menu. So it worked. So from here on out, anytime that you want to put a mod in Stardew, or for that matter, any game, which by the way, if you want to put a new game under Mod Organizer 2, you're going to hit this button up here for the instance manager. I have a couple games in here already, but just as an example, we'll create a new instance and we're back at this menu. And come here, pick a game. I'll just throw Valheim in there just for the sake of showing. It's going to reset. Don't need to worry about that. Do that if you need to, and then boom, we're at Valheim. So that's basically it. If you have any questions at all, just let me know.